So, hi everyone. Good day, and welcome to my live. So, I am fresh out of surgery about a week now, and just making plans to head back to Guyana, and excited to be heading back perhaps in another month or so. I just let me tell you that I'm feeling good out of surgery. Just had surgery last Monday, this past Monday. So today is exactly 7 days. Um, it was more in detail than I thought it would be. Even though it was supposed to be a 25-minute surgery, I think it turned out to be well over an hour. And the incision was way more than I thought. But, thank God I'm okay. Thank God I woke up. Thank God I'm still in the land of the living. I'm walking. There's a little pain. I'm on medication for my pain, but overall, I'm doing pretty well. I shouldn't be complaining, and I'm not complaining at all. Reached out for a lot of prayers, um, as I always, I always do. I always, and when I'm going through anything, I always reach out for prayers. Even if I'm not going through anything, I'm always praying. So I'm just a prayerful person, period. Like, I do a lot of praying. Uh, anyway, so with that said, I'm here to tell you that I'm excited for my healing, excited for my next steps as I heal, and I want to also talk a little bit about this new, perhaps vegan lifestyle that I want to adopt as I get better. I'll talk about that in a new video. Because getting up there in age and not and going through these surgeries have definitely, it's been teaching me a lot about my body, about what it can withstand, about things that perhaps I haven't thought about before. And I think that anytime we go through these issues, whether we're women or men, or issues in terms of our health, it definitely brings you to a place where you deal with your own mortality, where you begin to question even deeper your purpose on this earth. What if I didn't wake up when I go into surgery? What if, I never get to fulfill all the things that I wanted to? What if? What if? And so these things lay on you. And I think when you come out of, that space where you are pretty much in a black space where you have no idea what's happening. Um, Once you are out of that area, you come out with more of a sense of purpose. You come to a place where you feel like as though this life is bigger than just you wanting, you just passing by. And I've been there for many years, I think, but I think more as I get older, and more and more I begin to question my mortality. I begin to draw closer and closer to God. And I've been, a Christian from, I think I was just born. Like, I went to everything Christian around me was from since I was little. So I wouldn't say I was born into it, but definitely, my faith has been embedded since I was a kid, and that's not necessarily by family members. That's by neighbors who were devout Christians and took you to church all the time, growing up in Guyana. So they may not know where I am today, but because of their faith, they led me to believe in, and from since I was a little girl, and even when I went away from God, they say grow up a child in the way, in Him, and then that child will never depart. Like, literally, they'll come back if they do depart. So I did have that experience where I am that person who went my own way during my teenage years, and as I got into 19, 20 years old, I came back to the Lord, and I've been walking with God since. So my life has been pretty blessed. I'm not going to complain. So, and I'm not that perfect Christian either. So I'm far from being a perfect Christian. I'm also, very open-minded person. So, it's kind of, I'm good at, understanding that people are not all the same, and that they have their own belief systems, and that, you must respect what they believe, even though you yourself may not believe what they do. So I'm pretty cool with being that open-minded individual. And I think it's also because I come from the lecture scene. But I also think that I have a very high level of, I wouldn't say tolerance, more acceptance, because tolerance is just tolerating people because you must, because you ought to. But when you actually accept people is when you are deeply embedded in the heart towards another human being, where you feel for them, you accept them, you love them unconditionally, or you love them without any conditions. So with all that said, coming out of surgery last week has even deepened my sense of, or my height of awareness, in terms of the limited time that we have on the face of this earth, and the your ability to be able to connect with, or my ability to be able to connect with my God, and also to dig deeper into Christianity, and um, eating better, and doing things better, even more exercise. I know I said this before, that I lost about 30 pounds since I went to Guyana. So that too is something that I want to continue on, that journey of weight loss and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. So, getting all that out of the way, let me continue. So, we are at a place. Um, It's kind of hot, actually. It's very hot. It's Florida, so, or South Florida. So, just putting the fan on there. So, one of the things that I want to talk about is my excitement, once again, about going back to Guyana, and just being able to open back up my facility, and why exactly I closed down. Want to share a little bit about that. And I know I mentioned it before, but people may not understand why you would open an entire business and then close it down, because you're leaving. Why didn't you find someone else to run your business, and so on? So, um, let me just begin by saying that was a deliberate choice, that my husband and I made to close the business down. Um, Several things led up to that decision. And I think overall that the decision, those things that added up, was that you couldn't find the kind of talent that you needed to run the business, in terms of providing the type of customer service that you would provide when you're there. Like, I said this before, that my customer service is top tier. The fact that my patrons or my customers come and spend their money is highly valuable to me. And so when they come in, they're treated a certain way. And so, my space, or my lounge, it's really about enjoying a beautiful space with music that can really touch the heart, music that you can talk or have a conversation over. The entire decor of the space that I created is meant to stir conversation. Um, and it's just a nice place for lovers and friends to come and celebrate their birthdays, their anniversaries, to celebrate anything that has to do with, or that needs celebration. That's celebratory moment where you want to be able to enjoy and sit and talk, and not have to scream over loud music constantly. So that's the kind of space that I created. I want customers to come and enjoy that space, and be able to be respected, and to be able to feel valued for, if they, whether they spent, they bought two cocktails or 10 cocktails. They should be treated a certain way, and they should be able to feel that kind of respect, and appreciation. So I personally have not found um, this kind of talent that would allow me to feel comfortable leaving my business open. So that's issue number one, and perhaps the biggest issue. The fact that if you left your business and you come back, people can literally destroy what it is that you've built in terms of your investments. That's another big issue. You've spent so much, hundreds of thousands, millions in terms of Guyana dollars to build this property. And you don't want to, I repeat, you don't want to take that and put it in anybody's hands, because simply people do not take care of what you've built, like I said before, better than you. So between my husband and I, we made that decision to close the place down. Now, there's another issue. There is the issue that people are not trustworthy. It's that sad. They're simply not going to come in. They're simply not, that type of workforce that comes in, sees things, and leave it the way it should have been left in the first place, meaning it doesn't belong to you. Don't touch it. Don't act like if someone said you can't take it. Don't ask for it, because it belongs to the business. And there's a reason why it's there. People will touch your things. So all that money that you've spent on shipping things and buying things and all that, you can go back and find that people have really destroyed or taken from you, and you can literally lose so much. So that would be the third reason why we decided to close the business down and have me come back rather than leaving it open. Um, one of the the fourth reason I would say that I did it, it's because of the fact that I honestly felt like as though if I did a relaunch when I came back, um, it would be a positive, because I felt like as though if I can get my customers, right, I wouldn't lose them if they, because some of them are just really, really good at coming back to kanji. Really, they are. And so I wouldn't lose them. So, but to bring in new customers and to also re-invite my customers that are there and that are committed to kanji, I want to do something special. So I want to do a relaunch. This relaunch is going to be for Valentine's. It's going to be a couples type of event. I'm going to have a one man band, which is a tradition in Guyanese culture and something that they love and I really, really appreciate. I'm going to have a female DJ, you know, girl power. I'm really big on women and, advancement. So I'm definitely going to have a female DJ. And then I also want to have a saxophonist or a pianist of some sort. So I'm having this really big Valentine relaunch party. And that is also to celebrate many of the things that have been done to the vicinity, since a lot of people either have come and left or come back and seen over and over again that I was building and restructuring, or those people who has never visited Kanji because I purposely kept it under the wraps over time because I was afraid of the influx of people who would come and I wouldn't have the kind of support system that I need lined up, which you guys know that I was doing this on my own for so long after, um, the initial opening and after I had staff there, I decided to let everyone go after that they broke the place. And I suspected that it was some of the people that worked for me that did it. So I did not want to hire anyone else because I also knew that I would come back to the US and I didn't want to hire people, then have to let them go and then have to rehire them all over again. So I decided to just wing it for the past 7 months or so that I've been winging it with, since I've been open. So, but it's been good, and I've hired help, of course, when I needed it. But mostly, my help was along. Most of the hiring that I've done is along construction, delivery, and all that. Most of the everyday or the every weekend running the business was done by me. So I open on Fridays, I open on Saturdays, I open on Sundays. I've never missed. Well, I'm lying. I missed once, one Friday night. I missed. Um, that's because I was at Hard Rock having a good time, and it was the weekend before I came back to the U.S. But prior to that, for at least 7 months, I just kept on going Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It was tiring because remember, I'm not only there doing the work, but I'm also there doing construction, lifting things, cleaning the yard. So no wonder I lost so much weight. I didn't have time to really worry about a lot of things. Um, I rarely had time to even go do my hair and my nails and everything else. So I was very happy to have braids, which lasted a long time. And sometimes I just went and got a shape up and that's it, and got my nails done here and there because it was just so impossible. And I would just paint my nails myself most of the times. But, when I did go get it done, I would get the whole shebang, right? But, pedicure, manicure, hair, shape up, eyebrows, everything. But a lot of the times I spent just doing things myself because you don't have time to worry about beauty when you're running a bar, right? You're on your own for that matter. Your clothes, as long as your clothes looks good, and as long as you're clean, and as long as your fingernails are clean, and you're taking care of people, and your face looks good with a, I don't do makeup, so I just usually just put on some some eyeshadow thing, and that's it. But other than that, I was pretty much doing this on my own consistently. So with all that said, I am in that space where I'm ready to go back. And let me tell you about some of my plans. So that's the next thing on the agenda for today. So as soon as I get back, I'm going to be hiring someone to train. Well, actually, before I even get back, I'm going to be hiring someone who we've already spoken, who is from Canada. And I mentioned this before. And she's coming in with her skill sets, which gives her that ability to train my employees. So I want my employees to be trained. I want them to build um, on Kanji's respective customer service skill sets that I have enacted, and that they will then, you know, be able to utilize as well, so that every customer feels as though they belong there. Um, I just want to say that if you ever come to Kanji and you're treated poorly, please see me. I will definitely work with my employees to make sure that they always provide top tier customer service to anyone that visits, whether you're local or you're coming international. It doesn't matter. You're going to be treated well, always. All right. So, but if there's ever a moment where you feel mistreated, then please let me know. But then, in the same token, you pray that you always get customers who come and they handle and respect you or your staff members and so on. There are some tough cookies out there, and I've handled one or two of them before. And trust me, I'm the owner of the business, and they come at you. They do. They come at you like, ooh, and then you're like, okay, you know, this is the black girl that it's very nice, and I'm very appropriate, and I'm also a very professional person, but disrespect is something that I can't take. So at that time, you kind of mellow it out, the way you should. You don't get nasty, but you handle it professionally, and you let them know that this place is filled with love. And it's not that place to come in and cop an attitude, because some customers will come in and trust me, they will act a certain way. But for the most part, 99% of my population, local population, there have been very appropriate. They're very mature. Now, I do have to remind you that my customers are going to be nurses, they're going to be the doctors, they're going to be the lawyers, they're going to be the police officers. They're also going to be the cab drivers as well. And they're going to be the young politicians and the young influencers. Even some DJs will drop in. So it's not only one set of people. So, but the crowd, 99% of them are really, really appropriate for the environment. So when they come in, they should expect good customer service, and they will get good customer service. But I also would want to implore all of my customers to come in and to just, I can, I guess, reciprocate the same kind of behavior that the staff is offering them. So hiring Erin is going to be important as she trains my customers. I'm sorry, my employees on how to provide good customer service, which is extremely lacking in Guyana, extremely lacking in Linden, I should say. And I'm sure across the board in Guyana as well, because I've heard complaints from all over. Right. But definitely there are places, like I said before, that I go to, and those are the places that I frequent a lot that have great customer service skills, and these people treat you well, and you want to go back over and over and over. And that's where I continue to shop. I don't like going to places where people scream and yell at you, or where they just grab your money and they can't say thank you, or they don't say thanks for supporting the business, or whatever it is. I know we are way advanced here in the US in terms of customer service and what's expected, and of course in other first world countries. But mannerism isn't something that you buy, it's something that you are taught. And I think that you don't need to live in first world to know good mannerism, right? I think that in itself is where good customer service starts, right? Just being appropriate. Anyways, so once Erin has trained my employees, I will then assign someone. I will continue to run the inside of Kanji, which is the VIP section. And then I have my someone else who is going to be assigned to the upstairs of the outside parts, which is the new addition to Kanji. And then I'll be having someone downstairs as well, because I'm going to start opening back up the tents and opening back up the tables for patrons to come in. So I want to go bigger with my as I open up my kitchen as well. So that's something that I want to add in. So with opening up the kitchen, that would allow me to definitely hit the hair waves, to not only promote the kind of events that I have coming up, and I'll tell you a few of the events that I have coming out outside of, like I said, the initial relaunch. Um, I want to just give me a second here. Yeah, I want to make sure that I hit the airwaves, like I said, and that I'm promoting several of the events that I have coming up. I want to hit the in terms of social media. I'm starting to promote things, VIP. You know, what do you call it? Just yearly VIP. Section that I'm going to be having adding to the business, which gives people an opportunity to purchase VIP membership, and get whatever is coming at the tier that they are buying. Right. So I have particular membership designed for those people who want to spend, let's say, 40,000 a year to 60,000 a year to even 30 or 25,000 a year, to be in that in each bracket. You have certain things that are available to you. You have certain amount of visits that that you will have. And when I say certain things, I mean whether it's glasses of wine or cocktails, or dinner, full dinner, or so on. So it depends. So the lower you purchase, obviously the less that's going to be available and in terms of frequency as well. So the higher you purchase, the more you're going to have available to you. So we may say that, Guyana don't have that, extra income and so on to be able to do this. But let me just say to you, I don't know what it is that we think that, folks don't have that extra income. But people are hustling and in more than one area, and they do come and spend good money. And so I think once I've packaged it the right way, remember, if you've paid up front, then when you come, and you know for sure you can have at least two or three cocktails on this particular membership, and in this particular membership bracket, or you can have a bottle of wine on this bracket, or a bottle of liquor in that bracket, or liquor, uh, bottle of wine, and food, full dinner course. Depends on which bracket it is. So I'm packaging it now, and you can probably come twice a year or three times a year and get that done, and utilize that those privileges, right? So once those things are set in place, you don't have to worry about if there's a downtime and you don't have that resource, or what if you do have the resource but it's dedicated to something else. Then you don't need to worry about whether you can come out that weekend, because you know that Kanji's got you. You know that Kanji is there, and that your membership allows you to walk in at any time, or you can book ahead. Of course, I'm going to be asking folks to book ahead, but you will never be turned down. That's for sure, right? But definitely, if we know you're coming, and we have to customize a package for you, then we need to know what you need on the menu. We need to let you know what's on the menu. We also need to let you know what's in terms of, not only dinner, of course, but we want to also make sure that you know what's on the menu in terms of wine choices or liquor choices, or whatever it is that you have paid for via your membership. So this is something that I'm introducing as we start relaunch Kanji. I also have a VIP bag with goodies, plenty of goodies to give away to my, first, second, and third tier membership owners. And therefore, they'll have that opportunity to have a nice tote bag with, that they can use at any time via Kanji, and that will have Kanji's name in it. And that will also be a cute bag that they can walk around with. I have the female ones that will be given out. I have everything in my basket ready to purchase. I just was waiting until I get better. So the female ones, and then there's the male tote bag as well. Or, the men can give theirs to their ladies if they so please. Anyway, one looks more like a backpack, like a tote bag. I'm sorry, for the ladies, and the one for the guys. If or you know what, I'm not going to discriminate. If a woman wants to purchase one of those, she can, but that's more like a laptop bag with the ability to carry your laptop, your all your devices and so on. So that is more money, of course. So it depends on what it is that they want to do. And what they want to do in terms of how much they want to spend, and what type of gear they would like, matches that money. All right, so we have all that set. um, Let me see, I am looking forward to the decor, um, for the outside, of the new extended mid-air veranda. So I'm looking forward to going back and decorating that. And I know it's going to be a big hit. I said this before. It's going to be a big hit with the folks that are going to be invited in, or for the first time, or that are going to come in for the first time. I know for returning customers that they will appreciate that new extension. And I know for those that are going to be seated downstairs, who want their privacy, because one of the things that you find is that at the bar, the inside part, the VIP part, it's you and I. You know what I mean? It's me and you and everybody else that's in there. I can seat about, I think, about 15 people around there. And I think that if you want privacy, I have some ladies that come in and they talk all night. Women, that's us. We come out girlfriend night and we want to talk, and we don't necessarily want everybody else to hear our business. So customers will require that downstairs seating. because remember, it's a huge downstairs, and they get an opportunity to talk what they want to, laugh as hard as they want to, say things, feel uninhibited, and not have to worry about everyone else who's going to hear about their business or everybody else's business, I guess. I don't know. I just, I just do my work. I honestly don't know people, so I wouldn't know who they're talking about, even if they were. So, but of course, common sense tells you what the conversation is about most of the times. But it doesn't matter. They're having a great time. And that's what Kanji is all about. It's about the candlelight dinners. It's about the music, the ambiance, the overall beauty of the ambiance. It's about the outside fresh air that you feel. It's about looking up into the skies, and of course enjoying the fact that you are under the stars. Kanji is about beauty. It's about peace. It's about music that you can enjoy. It's about music that you don't have to scream over talking to your loved one that you're sitting there with, or that new guy that you just met, or that new girl. It's about privacy. It's about enjoyment. It's about socialization that really does have better impact in creating healthier relationships. So, Kanji is that place to be. Um, I am looking forward to being back at Kanji. I'm looking forward for the launch at Kanji. I am looking forward to all of the things that Kanji has to offer its customers, and to bring those things to you. Um, I just want to add, and this is not ending on a sad note, but I myself and two other young ladies had planned to launch Black Girls Rock, Guyana. And, one of the young ladies was from Tennessee. And I just got the news 2 days ago. Did not know that she was sick, didn't know anything because we just saw each other in Guyana because she was living in Guyana. Um, but I just saw her about a month and a half ago, and Shay, rest in peace. I don't know what happened there. I couldn't tell you exactly. I wouldn't want to spread rumors. But I just know that you were a beautiful, beautiful soul. And I am sorry. I have made so many plans around you, sis. And I am so sorry that we're not going to get to work together in this lifetime. Um, but I do pray for your daughter. I pray for your daughter's dad, for your family. I reached out this morning to my prayer on the prayer line that I'm on at 6 o'clock in the mornings, 5 days a week. That prayer line runs. I'm on there just about every day. When I do miss, it's because I run out of time, and I are asleep over time every once in a while, and but I am usually there. So I've reached out for prayers for her family. But Shay, do know, I know they say that you can hear, and or maybe you can't hear me, but sister, you were a dynamic person. Your smile lit up the room every time you entered, and you were such a beauty at heart. I had just met you a couple of months ago, but you were so beautiful in every way possible, outside and inside. You were that Black girl that I really, really enjoyed sitting in company with. I'm glad you came by when you did, what, about 2 months ago? You just dropped by the vicinity. You just came by Kanji, and you said, "Oh, I'll come back." And I knew you wasn't gonna come back if I didn't open the gate the way, right then. And even though I was um, dusty and in the yard, I remembered saying to you, "No, stay. Let me get the keys, and I'll let you in, and I'll clean up really quickly, just wash up really quickly, and we can sit and talk." And we sat there because she came before the place was open. And we sat there and talked for over an hour and a half to two, just her and I, until two other customers came in, started coming in later. Um, I am so glad that I took that time to let you in, and that we got to talk. And just laugh as women. You were only 26 years old. So much life to live. I'm devastated by your passing, honestly. Don't know what else to say, but do know that in forming Black Girls Rock Guyana, as Leek and I continue to on that track to do so, your name will be mentioned, and we will do it in your honor. I hope your family can, I don't know who they are. I met you just by fluke or perhaps on purpose, and then found out that somebody else knew you who I knew, who came by my facility. And when I reached out to do Black Girls Rock, she said she knew who you were. So I'm so, so happy. And I'm touched to have met you. My love, rest in peace. And you're going to be in my heart, and I will never forget you. Keep smiling and keep flying high. Love you, Shay.